Welcome
Welcome
to
to
Shade in the
in the
City.
City.
I am your girl Treese,
It's Nels.
and today we're here to give you our late sipping shade, current events, hot topics. So yeah, y'all, we got a couple things to go through. Not a lot. Actually, it's really there was a reason why we didn't come to y'all. We weren't really missing nothing unless y'all want to talk politics, and we're gonna spend maybe 5 seconds on that, and we're moving on. However, it wasn't much to come give y'all. I really feel like a lot of the news came today or within the last 24 hours. But anyway, y'all, if you haven't already, please make sure that y'all hit that like button.
And that subscribe button.
And y'all, let's jump right into it and let's get shady. All right, y'all. So we're gonna kick this off. As you know, we're a little bit behind, so let's just get into it so we can get through it. So as y'all know, President Joe Biden officially has dropped out of the 2024 presidential race. We were actually in North Carolina when we got the news. And as I was telling Nels, I said, I think something's up. I think it's deeper than I think somebody told him something. Maybe his doctors told him something, but he also could have succumb to the political pressure from his other delegates in the Democratic Party that basically said you owe. But anyway, so Joe has gracefully decided to step aside, and now we have Kamala Harris as our 2024 presidential candidate. So all I'm gonna say about that is, especially for women who have fought for the right to vote, but also people of color, Black folks especially, who have been unalived for the right to vote. I just stress that you exercise your right to vote, no matter who it be for. Because I'm not going to get into that with y'all. We're not going to do that.
It doesn't matter who it's for, but
See, I didn't want to get into that, but Nels is, taking it. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I just suggest if y'all haven't read up on, I can't say it on here because a lot of videos have been demonetized and stuff like that for it, but Project 2025. Just I'm saying. I know y'all might not like to read. It's 900 pages, but when I tell y'all it's 900 pages of what they anticipate to do, and women can't get divorced, even if they have a word husband, abusive husband, um, and reproductive rights are just going down the drain. So I know Funky Dineva did a great live with Amanda Seals on it, and yeah, and I know Really B did a really good live on it as well. So y'all should definitely check those out. And I'm gonna just leave that there because I don't like to my mental health. I like to keep that intact, and I might
and we
start.
don't really want to talk about the orange highlighter for real.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about the orange highlighter. Plus, I really don't want to get into it, y'all. But y'all feel free to drop in the comments, drop your thoughts on what you thought. Are you supporting? Are you not? Either way, we're here for the shade, and there really wasn't none. I just wanted to give y'all that because that was part of the news. So, Nels, any thoughts?
Go
No.
vote.
Go vote. That's right.
Not for
All
the
right.
orange highlighter.
And you said not for the orange highlighter? Yeah. Then we're gonna get into. I was very saddened to hear. I'm not into the whole doll craze. I wasn't hip to that. I wasn't, but I am a fan of Kash Doll. So Kash Doll did come out a little bit last week and basically posted and said that she is single and does not give a F about y'all saying I have 2 kids by him. Now I'm just a baby mama. Blah blah blah. I'm not dealing with just anything just to keep my family together. I stand beside you. I understand what you are saying, Cash Doll, and I absolutely respect you for what you're saying. What are your thoughts, Nels?
Well, she
Because
also
I thought they were really good, and it actually, this is one, and I'll be honest, I don't even really listen to her music. I do like Cash Commandments.
you
I
know I
did.
like Kash Doll.
Well, I did listen to Cash Commandments. I do like that.
The-
However, I don't even really follow her for that purpose. You know, I started really taking to her from BMF. Um, but I was actually saddened because I really like following her to watch her, like her whole family dynamic. It's almost like, you know, when people follow YouTubers because they like watching her family, like I actually like watching her for that outside of anything else. So I was really sad to hear that news. Even though I do want her to be respected, and prayers to, you know, her and her family. I hope that they
the only
come.
thing I'm confused about is why did you have 2 kids with this man if you were the one funding the entire relationship? You calling him broke and all this? What?
You think she was funding the whole relationship?
She said he was broke. If he was broke, why are you having 2 babies with this man? On top of that,
When did she say, okay, see, maybe I missed something. So when did that come out that he was broke? Because I didn't see nothing from her since she said she was single. AF.
she been talking about it. On top of that, the ex, just embarrassing. I agree. I agree. She need to leave his ass alone. And then the fact that he online talking about some basically like I look like I'm hurt, like I look like I give a damn, sir.
Okay, clearly I missed a lot.
Who are you again? Who is he?
Tracy T. I think his
I don't
name
even,
was Tracy T.
what he do?
I can't tell you that, but I do know his name is Tracy T. But again, I was so enveloped
Whatever
in
he's
the
doing don't
family.
make no money, apparently. Kash Doll said he ain't cashing out shit. Okay. And the ex basically told Kash Doll, you over here whining and crying about some dude that is constantly with me. Name the times that he was with her. Oh yeah, he was getting down with me when a few times in Atlanta, and boom. He's embarrassing. He's an embarrassment.
Okay, and this dropped July 21st, and you mean to tell me from July to 21st to now, all that dropped?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I am not on my job. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all, because y'all see my face. I'm surprised. I didn't know. This is why I have a co-host, because I didn't know all that. I just knew they broke up. I was still in mourning. I was still mourning the relationship.
Oh, I'm not mourning. I agree. Leave his little thirsty bucket ass alone.
What in the words of our good cousin Lauren, raggedy.
Exactly. He's an embarrassment.
So then speaking of situations,
Breakups to make it.
And being broke. So I'm sure y'all have seen the infamous clip from Jennifer Williams from the Basketball Wives. We've known. Well, I stopped watching after like season 5 or 6. So
I'm still watching.
Nels is still watching. So if y'all have any questions for her, she's here for you. So y'all can drop down in the comments. But as we know, we've seen this viral clip about him basically saying he needs $250 to pay off his restitution.
250,000.
Yeah, $250,000 to pay off his restitution from his DV case before the two can walk down the aisle because he might not even be able to travel. Now, I have heard from other sources, and shout out to Symone because she did a recap. She did a background check on this man. So
she did.
I'm gonna spill a little tea.
Yes.
But I am going to put Symone's video. I'm not gonna do too much, but I am gonna put the clip to Symone's video in the description so y'all can go watch and get the full tea. Because yeah, so apparently, without giving away too much, I will say that after watching her video, I feel like this may be for a storyline. I feel like this may not be true. I will say that Symone found some things that made it seem like if he really does need the money, it's because he's scamming Jen, because one, the amount that he's saying he needs is not what his restitution is. It's nowhere near that.
To pay it off.
Mm-hmm. And it might already be paid off.
So here's the thing. And I'm confused.
And she said she's allergic to broke. That was another part of the clip. She's allergic to broke. She can't do broke men.
Did you watch the clip?
Yeah, I did.
When he said about the restitution?
What do you mean? How he needs so they can travel, and yeah, I watched it.
No. So, and I'm confused as to, maybe I was watching something totally different, because what I remember is he didn't say I need $250,000. He was talking about the budget for this wedding and how they're adding more people. The expenses just keep on getting more and more and more, and he doesn't know. He wants to pay off his restitution before the wedding so that there won't be any issues with him traveling to Paris for the wedding, right?
Mm-hmm.
He said that he needs to pay $250,000
Mm-hmm.
before, and that was the price of the wedding, right? He was like, I got to pay $250,000 before we have this wedding. And right now, the price of the wedding is about the same price. But he didn't tell Jen, I need $250,000. He didn't ask her for money. He let her know the situation. So I'm confused as to where this is coming from. I don't know if people are getting that because he said it, that means he's asking her for it, because he didn't say, baby, I need to.
Well, I think also the point that I was about to get into, I think another thing, a red flag for a lot of people, was when they sat down and had the conversation about she was allergic to broke, and he said he wanted to go be a bartender and he doesn't have a job. And again, if you go back into Symone's video, his trading investment business, he's promising returns and he's doing things, but he's also not licensed, bonded, or insured.
And see, with that, he said, I told you I wanted to get a job. And she said, what are you talking about? You have a job. And he said, no, I have a business. I want to get a job. So even that was like confusing to me. Like,
but if you look at, and this, I didn't even realize she had, she dated the dude from the Creep Squad for a little bit. The one Sin dated, and with the bald head, not Molly, Yes. And she also dated the dude from Sweetie Pies.
Yeah, I knew that. I knew about that.
But yeah, so no, again, y'all should definitely check that out. Yes. He is actually locked up for planning the unaliving of his nephew. Mm-hmm. And after he purchased $1 million life insurance policy. Mm-hmm. She knows how to pick them. All right. So I mean that's why I moved from Kash Doll to Jen. When you said, well, why is she dead? Well, let's
and guess what? She's a Virgo, right?
Who, Jen?
And this dude is a Gemini.
Bless her heart.
So match made in hell.
I was like, how many months you give him? How many months you give him being together? Because I think she's gonna walk that out down that aisle. Just
the problem, and I hate to admit this, she needs to heal, because the problem with the unhealed Virgo is they want to be a fixer. They want to be a fixer. So she may stay, hoping that she can heal him, help him, do whatever the hell she needs to do. So she may not be going nowhere.
Okay. Well, now in other news, so apparently Joie, Chavis was, I don't want to mix her with Chavis, Joie. No, I'm sorry. Joie. Chavis and Trevon Diggs were at their baby shower. looking like they were. Well, I wouldn't say they're in love. A lot of people in the comments say their
They
kiss look.
kissed.
A lot of people said it looked forced. Um, I'm just telling you what the comments said. I did notice she was sitting out here like this for a little too long for me, my liking. But maybe because I'm the one that sits out there like this, so I understand what it. That was hanging a little too long before he acknowledged. Oh, I should give her a kiss. So but they are. It looks like they are still together. I don't think she has spoken on it. And I don't think. I mean, but we did see them get the baby shower again. They did embrace. They do appear to be happy. So congratulations to him. We love them. We love black families, and I'm hoping that it works out for her because I know right now everybody is tearing her up. And if y'all didn't catch the last, we didn't tear her up. We just said what the situation was and how it looked. Okay.
I told you I love me some Joy.
No, I ain't got no issues with her. I just had again. I gotta tell you what the streets is saying. Sometimes it ain't even necessarily my perspective. I gotta tell you what the streets is saying. Then I give you my perspective. But yeah, y'all. So they back together. So good for them. Congratulations. She looked like she about to pop. And in other pregnancy news, I do believe, and it ain't came out officially yet, but the streets has been talking. I do believe Ashanti has popped their baby. They did say,
but
they did say that some people that were attending the Janet Jackson show not too long ago, within the last week, because y'all know that's what we covering is the last week of events, and they said that Nelly wasn't there, and they said he couldn't show up for family emergency type stuff. So I think, and we all knew she looked like she was about to pop. So congratulations to them. I hope that they did have a safe and happy and healthy delivery. But I bring them up only
that's a Leo.
Okay.
She had a Leo. Had a Leo baby.
It depends on when she had the baby. It depends on the baby's actual birthday because it didn't change till the 23rd. So, but yeah, no, I bring that up because I did see, I believe it was the Shade Room that reported. Let me make sure I have my sources correct, y'all. But I do believe, no, I'm sorry, it's the Jasmine brand. See, look at that. Exclusively reports that Nelly and Ashanti have landed their own reality show. So sources tell us that pre-production will begin soon, and they'll be filming in Nelly's hometown of St. Louis. We know Ashanti confirmed her pregnancy earlier this year. This is her first child, while Nelly shares daughter Chanel and son Cornell Haynes with his ex Shawnetta Valentine. And so so they said further details.
Oh, you have another one?
No. I think he adopted his sister's kids. Remember, his sister passed away from cancer, I think, and I think he took in her kids. But I think he only has 2 biological children. All right, y'all. So next story. Apparently, Lil Kim and Antonio Brown were in the club, making love in the club, like Usher and Beyonce. And then a few seconds later, or not even I feel like not even 24 hours later, he was in the hospital welcoming his new baby. I think the baby's name is, don't get me lying, Ace. The baby's name is Ace. He named the baby Ace with, I guess, the mother of his child. I'm not even gonna say that it's his girlfriend, but he looked like he was in the same thing he had on when he was in the club the night before. So it don't look like he went through no labor or nothing with her or nothing like that. But yeah, I was like, what? I thought Lil Kim was dating like Mr. Papers or something, and I don't know who that is, but I've heard his name before. Again, I just be paying attention to names. I don't even know who these people are. But I thought she had a man, the father of her daughter. I thought they were still together, but I guess apparently not, because her and Antonio Brown was, and Antonio Brown is just so. Do we see how he did Keisha Cole? Like, for real? I mean, that's kind of Keisha's fault because she kind of looked, but I mean, no, I said what I said. She's done that multiple times for multiple men. She is getting too far up in her big age at this point to continue to make the same mistakes. And now I don't know what she's doing with this young boy. So I said what I said. Where my fan at? I said what I said, then I can't find my fan.
Yeah, you definitely need a fan.
I'm just saying, I love Keish Cole, but I just be like, this is so like little girl decisions that you're making right now.
Wow. Jesus Christ. She going in. She
Like
going in.
everybody knows AB is a F boy. Even if you don't watch sports and didn't see how he ended his career. Like,
I
all right,
wouldn't. I don't even know who he is.
Antonio Brown, he's a football player.
It sounds familiar. Sounds familiar.
Yes. That's the one she got his name tattooed on her back, and then he played her and was like, I don't want you. Da-da-da. Yeah, that's him. And so for Lil Kim to be kissing on him in the club, like that's what I'm saying. It just Lil Kim, you're of an age. You should know better.
It's Lil Kim.
I still feel like she should know better.
She's used to sharing.
On other news, Sean Kingston and his mother faced 20 years in prison on federal indictment for a $1 million fraud case. Now, a grand jury in Miami indicted Sean Kingston and his mom, Janice Turner, with 1 count of conspiracy to commit wire fraud and 5 counts of wire fraud. Both are facing 6 counts. If convicted, they're facing a maximum of 20 years in prison on each count. I do think that's a bit excessive for fraud. However, back in May, Sean and Janice were arrested following a raid at his Florida mansion, and they appeared in federal court for the first time. They're facing federal charges after being accused of defrauding businesses out of more than $1 million.
Then that's not excessive.
I think it's excessive. I feel like Bernie Madoff probably would like.
How much are they looking at? How much time?
20 years.
That sounds like the people that was doing the what you call loans, the loans,
PPP loans.
Oh, Jesus. The PPP loans, yeah, they're giving out big time for those people that got $1 million or more.
I guess. I just feel like it's a little, but I hope that they work that up. I hope they got good representation.
I hope that
thank you to our source, the Shade Room, for that.
I hope for their sake, I hope that they can get extradited back to Jamaica.
Well,
they ain't got to do all that.
But, as my boo would say, they clearly didn't think this out, because I would have got the dipping.
People be thinking they ain't never gonna get caught.
Mm.
They don't know. You don't know when you're under investigation until they come kicking down your door. It's too late to get the dipping in.
That's why you got to get the dipping before. All right. So then we're going to get into other legal news. Apollo Nida. Okay. Nida, whatever his name is. Phaedra Parks' ex, the real fine one. Okay. He was arrested. I think he fine. I ain't going to deny he fine. I might not like him because of his F-boy.
I never thought he was fine.
He's like to me, Apollo's like a Martell. Like, because he does, you can't see him as attractive, but you can't deny
that. I can say that about Martell, but even before I knew who, like Apollo, and
you say you can't say that about him.
I couldn't say he was fine.
Well, he was, and now apparently this was back in March, y'all. Shout out to Neighborhood Talk. So he was arrested and charged with family violence, addery, trying to, after alleged boom, 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 on his current wife, started from a verbal altercation about how the two were cheating on each other. So apparently back in March, he was charged with that charge against his wife, Shireen Al-Mufti, I believe. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, girl. Based on a police report, she arrived home after hanging out at a bar and having drinks with friends, later calling the Popo. She told them that they were having a verbal altercation about how they're both cheating on one another. Now, I don't know if y'all remember that there was a video that came out earlier this year, and they said that they had caught him cheating, and he was talking to the girl, and they caught him on the video. It was like a Ring camera, but somebody had released it, and he was in the girl's house. So they clearly, I can't speak for her situation, but we knew he was, because he was caught on tape doing it. And I always wondered what was going to be the outcome, because we've seen them on, what's the show they did? What's the couples, the VH1 joint? Marriage Boot Camp.
Marriage Boot Camp, yeah.
Yeah, so we seen them already on Marriage Boot Camp. Now maybe they was just doing it for a check, but the relationship didn't seem healthy there. So I'm just saying, and I mean, no shade. We seen this relationship with Phaedra. It didn't seem healthy either. She said they were in the midst of the argument. He showed her a video of her kissing another man. He then pulled her by the hair and pushed her against a refrigerator. Okay, causing them to get into a fight. Afterwards, she ran out of the house calling for help, later going inside to call the popo herself, and Nida fled the scene. Now, once the officers arrived, she shared surveillance footage of the verbal part of the altercation, but didn't show the alleged physical, you know. Apollo later returned and gave his rundown of events, which lined up with hers, excluding the physical, you know. So they clearly were protecting each other to some point. He instead says he tried to take her phone away in the middle of a back and forth when she suddenly balled up onto the ground to keep her phone. After he took it, that's when she ran outside. He claims he returned the phone shortly after. She declined medical attention and didn't display any bruising for the alleged scuffle, but he was arrested and hit with DV and simple A charges, released on a $3,000 bond. And prosecutors also tagged him with a misdemeanor count of simple. So, yeah, for pulling her hair and shoving her.
How old is they?
They're in their 40s. They're definitely in their 40s. Got to be more careful. I mean, you know, she was dating him right after he got divorced from Phaedra. I think she thought, I'm not gonna say she did anything wrong. I just think she thought maybe she didn't watch the show. I'm not saying everybody watches Rock, but there's no way you could have watched that show and thought he was a good man.
Well, I didn't think that he was you know, like he would put his hands on her.
But she thought she had got the prize. That's why she married him in jail. I'm just assuming so. That's why she married him in the jail before he was even out, stuck beside him. And then when he got out, it sounds like he's kind of the same person. And it sounds like it's very unhealthy and toxic. And I mean, granted, maybe they're working through their issues. We wish them the best. I don't know what to say outside of that. Look, Nels is thinking about
who want to deal with that mess in their 40s?
I ain't got nothing to give you because I can't tell you. I ain't gonna say it wouldn't be me because I ain't even trying to invite that in my universe. I'm just saying look, that's not my ministry. Then we also see, I thought this was very interesting. Diddy may have an incoming indictment, allegedly. Y'all know how I like to make sure because I ain't got it to do. The man that was arrested for Tupac's murder, sorry, y'all, says Diddy paid $1 million for rapper's assassination. Probably can't say it. Unaliving. Wish I never met Puff. I swear to God, he messed my life up. So, according to court documents, Keefe D. Davis, who was arrested for the unaliving last year, says Diddy paid him $1 million to do so.
Oh, so he finally admitted to it.
Well, he's been admitted to it. He said it's not immediately clear whether Diddy will be indicted as part of the case, but if you can recall, we previously reported that Davis said Diddy told him and a group of 45 people how he would give anything for Suge and Tupac's head. So Davis is the only person still alive who was in the car from which the Pow Pows were fired in the drive-by, situation that unalived Tupac. So, yeah, I thought that was very interesting. Nels, do you think that? I feel like every other day, every other Tuesday, it's like Portia and Simon at this point. It's like Diddy is reoccurring, Portia and Simon, and then you have other people slowly going down with them, but they're consistent news. They're consistent news.
I feel like it's like R. Kelly. It was consistent. We constantly heard something every other day. I mean, until he gets even after he gets locked up. I mean,
I'll be really interested because you know they
I
said
think we're just gonna constantly, he's gonna constantly be in the news.
okay, so now maybe Nels understands this a lot more than I do because I do not know what's going on. First of all, apparently, this is Love and Hip Hop Atlanta news, okay? Apparently, Scrappy and Khaotic are beefing for whatever reason. They used to be besties. I think they had a YouTube channel together. They were working on some things together, but you always saw them together. I honestly, because I stopped watching Love and Hip Hop Atlanta so long ago, I really didn't know who Khaotic was until he was like hanging out with Scrappy, like on his videos and stuff and whatever. And then I was like, oh, okay, this guy's kind of funny. He's interesting. He's kind of entertaining. But yeah, apparently they fell out. I'm not really sure why. I think Scrappy basically said that he was fake. I think he accused him of stealing from him. Khaotic is confused as well. He doesn't understand why Scrappy is coming at him this way. And Scrappy also attacked his, manhood and basically said some things about him doing strange things for a piece of change, and with men and women. And again,
I didn't get that.
Mm-hmm. So
the only thing I did
was like at this point, because so let me finish. So Scrap basically Khaotic said that there's no coming back from this because this is not for TV. Like, you don't attack my sexuality or make people think I'm something that I'm not for TV. Like, that's just going too far. And he was like, I'll talk to Scrappy, but Scrap is like, I will only talk to you on camera. So he's like, what is this about? Like, what are we doing? So I don't know. And then we did see that Bam and Scrap were posting earlier today or yesterday, and they were together. So it looks like they're at a better place. They were at a club.
Well, they said that they were working.
They were working for it. So maybe again, they're just being co-workers. But you can be co-workers and not have to be together.
I don't know. I think Bam made it a point to say we're not co-parenting because we're the kids. The kids ain't here right now. So I feel like she was trying to be funny.
I caught that too. Mm-hmm. And that's why, because if you were co-workers, I'm sure when there was a time when you were going through your divorce and you didn't want to be around him, you didn't have to be in the same room. Mm-hmm. I'm sure VH1, MTV, whoever gave you a separate situation based on the sensitivity of what was going on, or you chose to remove yourself and not be. So the fact that now y'all are chilling and cool, it absolutely makes me think. And I mean, that's good for them. They have a family. They were married. If they want to work it out, I mean, I would be more Kash Doll. With
I think he really back with Erica for real.
Well, that's what they say, but I don't know. Because I don't know, because a part of me believes that him and Bam can never get along as long as him and Erica are cool. If you haven't noticed the pattern, that's how it goes.
I was gonna say, if they're not together now, I think at least at one point after him broke up.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that they were probably messing around, and then I think she realized, I don't want that old thing back. Because he's still that old thing. He doesn't. He gives a little scrap. He gives.
In other news, at least Diamond wised up and realized she didn't want that old thing back either. Right. She's pregnant and engaged now.
Shout out to Diamond for that. So this is one I got today. Apparently, there are alleged pages from Kim Porter's never before seen memoir. Shout out to Neighborhood Talk, claiming Diddy brutally, you know what I'm saying, her with a chair after learning a movie producer wanted to work with her. The producer later passed away from, and I love how Neighborhood Talk did this, pneumonia. And y'all know that's what she suspiciously, I won't say suspiciously, but they said she passed away from pneumonia. So everybody knows she was working on her tell-all book before she passed away. There have been many conspiracies. I might be one of those people, and I'm not gonna lie to you, surrounding her passing away. And many believe she may have been unalived due to what was in the book. Okay. Well, a very close source to Kim gave Radar Online access to a flash drive they say belonged to her. It contained a 40-page document that had some unsurprising claims. That was shady neighborhood talk. Unsurprising. Unsurprising claims about Diddy, considering what we've learned about him in recent months. Okay, well, you claimed it. All right. So one of the chapters detail how jealous Diddy allegedly was when it came to Kim. He allegedly knocked her over the head so badly with a chair that she had to be hospitalized. It all started because he was upset that someone had sent her flowers. The document describes Kim as being surprised because she thought they were from Diddy. And it goes to say, he threw the attached card at me, the document states. I picked it up to read it. He slapped, well, y'all know what I'm saying, so hard, I hit the ground. He yelled, who the F were you with the other night? I looked down at the card that was lying next to me and it read, the other night was amazing. We must do it again. You don't touch anyone else unless I allow it, apparently is Diddy allegedly explained. Kim explained she met with someone to discuss the possibility of her being in a movie. She says then that's when he pow with the, well, I won't say pow, but boom with the chair. And she blacked out before waking up in a hospital with her arm in a sling and her face bruised. She says that Diddy apologized and told her he'd never hurt her again and to tell everyone that she was in an accident. She says Diddy was a kingpin and she wasn't cast for any movies because the producer, as we know, like I said, succumbed to pneumonia. And then as we know, Kim succumbed to the same thing in 2018. Well, your thoughts on that, Nels?
Under the jail.
I mean, I just feel like it can't be where there clearly is a pattern going on here. We'll get into a different conversation. Maybe we'll do a live and a separate, because I guess we gotta start to have the bigger conversation with the CBs, with the Trey songs, with the Diddy's of the world. Do we just stop listening to music at this point? Or do we learn to separate art from the individual? I would actually love to have a deeper conversation about that. Just because it's hard to do, and these people are talented. And if that's the case, are we not stepping in the name of love no more? We're not. You can't be a pretty young thing. You can't. It don't matter if you're black or white. Like, are we doing just because of what the scandals that may go on with these people? Are we completely?
Why are you talking about? Why are you talking about Michael?
I don't know. I don't believe it, but some people do. That's all I'm saying. So y'all can drop in the comments about that if y'all'd like us to do a live and we can talk about, again, because there's not much happening this week. If you're not watching the Olympics, it's really not a lot going on. So yeah, if y'all want us to go live about it, we can talk about that. How do we separate? Because I'm a big CB fan, and that's hard with a lot that's going on. Because yes, I love the art, but when I hear certain things, it's hard to continue to support that person. And so how do you differentiate? I don't know. Y'all drop in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. So Phaedra Parks has officially said that she is coming back for season 6, Sweet 16 of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. A lot of people have been asking for it, begging for it. And so what y'all think? Is this going to revamp the franchise and give the girls what they need, especially now that we supposedly don't have Kenya? Or what are your thoughts, Nels?
I actually liked her on the last season. I don't really feel like she was doing
Married to Medicine.
Oh, it was Married to Medicine.
I'm saying she's going back to Atlanta. She's not. And then I heard a little. I didn't get enough chance to research it enough, but I saw a post before we came on here. So again, everything is alleged and just our opinion. But I saw a story before we came up here that said that she's no longer on Married to Medicine because one of the girls popped up with Apollo and his wife at an event, and Apollo's wife read her down for Phil. And so allegedly she quit. Married to Medicine, which I don't think she would quit a contract. I don't know, but it doesn't surprise me that now she's sitting here holding a peach. But I know they've been asking for it for a while. But she was still in her Married to Medicine contract, so she couldn't.
So when she was
3 seasons with Married to Medicine, I think she signed for 3 seasons in her deal, is what I was allegedly is what I was hearing. So I believe that's why a lot of people are like, it doesn't matter if y'all keep asking for Phaedra, she can't come back even if she wanted to, because they're not gonna do that. You know what I mean? Because they're on the same network. They're both Bravo. But
when she was on
way back
when she was on Atlanta, she wasn't really with all of the cast that's on there now, though, right?
No, and the only reason she can come back is because Candy's gone. As long as Candy was on there, she couldn't come back.
Well, I mean, listen, I liked Phaedra.
I did too, and you know what? I mean, if
she gives a hell of a read.
Yes, she does, and I feel like with the Atlanta girl, she'll be able to do it, and I'm here for it. And because I didn't watch it, but y'all can tell me in the comments. I'm sure Nels will chime in. But I heard Married to Medicine, she was not giving anything outside of looks. She wasn't giving anything.
She was definitely
right, but she wasn't giving any storyline. She wasn't giving. Yeah, right. So a lot of people felt she needs to come back anyway. So shout out to Phaedra, congratulations for that. And I will say it's almost like let me stop. I'm feeling real invigorated and excited now about going into season 16. I was going to go back to the politics, but I'm not. All right. But anyway, y'all. So thank y'all for tuning in to this recap of Hot Topics, our weekly rundown. We appreciate you being here with us. If you have not already, please make sure that you hit that like button.
Make sure you comment.
Make sure you subscribe.
And hit the notification bell.
And make sure you're following us on all the platforms, the TikTok, the Twitter, the Facebook, and the IG. And like I said, make sure y'all check out the description box. I'll put timestamps on the video so you know what, current event or story you're getting. But definitely check out Symone's video that we referenced earlier when it comes to the whole Jennifer Williams and Christian Gold of it all, because it's interesting. But yeah, we'll catch y'all next week for another Hot Topics review. Bye-bye.
Good night.